Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again. I am back today with a bit of an unboxing video for the Crow Tarot. I am really excited to look through this tarot deck just because I already own the Urban Crow Oracle deck, and this is actually the deck that got me to want to buy this one because they're, I don't know, they're obviously like companion decks. I think that they'll work nicely together. So, and I really like the artwork of the Urban Crow Oracle. So I figured, you know, like no brainer, I should really go for it and just get this. So anyway, let's move my little letter opener aside. It's really handy when opening packages and things like that. And then we'll move forward with kind of going through the cards. I'm just excited about it. It's always fun to see, you know, different videos showing various products, and I'm genuinely excited about it. So yeah, just wanted to have fun and go over everything here today. Here's the little booklet for it. And earlier I was thinking that, you know, this kind of reminds me of a famous piece of art, and I think the artwork is called The Kiss, and it's kind of two, I'm guessing like lovers or something embraced, and there's like kind of a similar type of art and imagery there. At least that's what it makes me think of. So the back is really cool. It kind of is giving me some Game of Thrones type vibes, which I'm enjoying. You know, I'm here for that. I like it. And inside, the booklet is pretty basic, just your straightforward information, no additional artwork. You have keywords. Looks like we have the element and then a brief description there. So I haven't really dug through this book very much, but I'm interested to see, you know, the kind of information it provides. And generally, I do like to make my own intuitive connections with the cards. So, and then just have the booklet as like, you know, a reference in case I have questions, or, you know, when looking at cards, questions come up. But anyway, so the Crow Tarot, I'll move my little clouds out of the way, make some space. Funny, we have our hawk here, the probably like arch nemesis of the crow. Yeah, at least here in my neighborhood. I love the hawk. I love the hawks in our neighborhood, and I see them flying all the time. I wish there was like a hawk tarot oracle deck. I don't know if there is. If there is, let me know, because I'd be very interested to check it out, possibly purchase it. But yeah, so here in our neighborhood, I'll hear and see the hawks flying around, and then our neighborhood crows will always inevitably be hovering close by, ready to like attack and stuff. So there's always a little war going on between these guys. So these are the backs to the cards. Very pretty. Kind of makes me think of a leaf or a chain link fence or something, you know? Maybe like a vague reference to the crow feathers. I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so I don't know which way might be best. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We'll play it by ear. Anyway, here we go. We have little lotus flowers here. Looks like maybe a fern at the top. Nice. Our magician. poppies down there, maybe roses. So we see the 4 suits or whatever they're called there, the wand, the cup, the sword, and the pentacle. It's always fun for me to kind of look at the background and try to see what I can find there. Kind of makes me think of like when you are in the bathroom and you're looking at the tile or something and like a face kind of pops out at you from the, design or whatever. I don't know if that happens to anybody else, maybe just me. But, like that makes me think of a hawk actually, like back there, like maybe a fish kind of there as well. So yeah, kind of neat. Okay, I like tried to move the cards so we could see them easier. But okay, the Empress here, her like veil, kind of like bride there. This is the first time, I don't know, I was just thinking about this shape. Obviously it's the moon, but makes me think a lot about that rainbow kind of shape that we see in like the 10 of Cups and probably some other cards, but anyway, random thought there. The Empress, cute. We have the heart. Guessing that's pomegranates. Kind of looks like, I don't know, like berries to me, but I know usually the Empress has pomegranates. So yes. Like his white feathers there, dressing himself up, standing on the sword. I love how these mountains look in the background. Like there's something about this art style that's kind of sometimes like realistic or something. I don't know really how to put my hand on it, but it's just, it really pulls you in, I think. So beautiful. The Hierophant, I like the angel wings there. I'd never thought of this, but this particular image makes me think of like the Lovers card and the Devil card, because you have the two, let's call them individuals, before like a third being there. Just kind of interesting. The little heart there for the lovers. Snake. The sun and the moon. Nope, and actually, let's see. I want to turn these around. The Chariot. Kind of an interesting choice because I'm not sure like where the Chariot is. I guess I don't know if it's the bird, like very different from what I've seen before. Also, this is like, I don't know, is this like a storm cloud? Are those lightning bolts down there? I don't know. Interesting. Strength. I love the flowers on the lion there. It's like it's standing on its eyeball. That's kind of funny. I hadn't thought of that. Oh, seems uncomfortable for the lion. Beautiful hermit card there. Looks very snowy. Cold. There's also like an element of like almost like collage-y type situation going on in the artwork for this deck. And I think it's also sort of prevalent in the Oracle deck as well. And I'm usually not, I find collage type things a little bit hard to interpret. But I don't mind it in these decks, you know, because I don't know, there's something about how it all comes together that I really enjoy. I know for me, every little thing you do is magic is kind of collagey too. In that one, I still kind of struggle to connect with. But you know, sometimes decks just take a minute to get to where, I don't know, you know, it's not the right time, I guess, or whatever. Oh, dead little crow there, and like the spirit maybe ascending. Temperance. Looks like a little halo on top. Daffodils in the background. Ooh, interesting card there. A little, is that a bluebird maybe? And this kind of reminds me of like a heart and, you know, blood or something. Very interesting. Also kind of reminiscent of the Emperor card. Interesting. But then the lover's heart kind of like there. I guess it also makes me think of garnet since it's like the Capricorn card. All right, the tower. It's a clock tower. A lot of crows there being affected. Looks like, what do you call that? Maybe like a murder of crows, right? When it's a group, I think. And that lightning bolt, which reminds me, what was it? The Chariot? Where did it go? Nope. Yikes. Oh, the Chariot, right? Like, I don't know. Like like we're looking at it from a different, from above the tower, maybe. It even looks like there's like a little tower there. I don't know. Kind of fun to find or think about those things. At least I think so. The star. Cute little golden bird up there. Oh, but it looks like a, what is that called? The thing that death usually has. This scythe? I don't know, but that like hooky thing to cut the harvest, or I think that's the purpose. Interesting. I wonder why. I don't think I'd ever seen that in a deck or in a star card, but that's kind of unique. Let's see if I can find the death card. There's nothing like that here, but I definitely see it there. Okay. Also makes me think of like a canary, I guess, right? Which it kind of sounds the alarm, right? The canary when people are in a mine or something. Whenever there's danger. I don't know. Anyway. Ooh, this is cool. The moon card. I think that's like, it looks like a blood moon type situation, but it also has like that crow in there. I don't know why it's giving me like Edgar Allan Poe kind of vibes. I guess the raven, right? Interesting to see that one of these birds is in a cage, because we usually see the two birds, or sorry, the two dogs there. But in this case, it's the two ravens, and then looking up at that moon with another crow up there. And instead of the lobster, we have the fish down there, which is kind of interesting. And also that kind of looks like a wolfy kind of image there. Ooh, this is an interesting card. I like it. I almost see like crow feet down there. Lots to see there. I like it. All right. The sun card. I love that sun. Ooh, and they have the little red scarfy thing. Okay. All right. What is that? Pluto. I think this is the first maybe planet that we get. We have that elemental symbol there, but I don't think we've gotten a planet yet. So that's interesting. And this makes me think of that death card, actually, right? With the bird. Let's see where, yeah. Except it's like multiple birds. Very cool. Okay. All right. The world card. The wreath kind of makes me think of a Christmas wreath, which is, I guess, appropriate, right? Because I think the world is usually Saturn, and so that's right around, like Saturn rules Capricorn, and that's right around Christmas time. So maybe, you know, and I feel like, where was it? The Wheel of Fortune. Very similar there. Imagery with the animals in the same positions. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. The King of Wands. So now we're in the Minor Arcana. Queen of Wands. Interesting. I wonder why the choice to have two lions instead of one. Almost makes me think of like the scales, right? With the two, the Justice card. That looks like a horse up there to me. Knight of Wands. That same artwork. Just a slightly different. Okay. The 10. Nine. Not sure what's going on with that there. A little bit of an obstruction. Ferns, maybe? The 8. The little poppies are there. The swirlies in the air, I guess. Okay, 7. Interesting like pattern there. And that dark feather. 6. I wonder why they chose to put the cards in this order, like going backwards to the ace. 5. Ooh, they all have like different colors. The 4. You have that little triangle shape in their mouth. Ooh, I love these swirlies here. Very pretty. It's like a bridge, huh? Makes me think of like river rocks or something down there. The world. And that triangle shape again. So windy, this one. It kind of makes me feel like it's windy at least. Also makes me think of, I think, like Starry Night and Van Gogh kind of artwork. That's beautiful. Like his fish necklace, that's funny. The queen, little crab, and the star, the sea star, multiple sea stars. The Knight of Cups, little wings there. The Page of Cups, little crab's back. These make me think of that succulent, like little flower. I don't know what the plant's called, but looks like mandalas too, but it just, that succulent plant. Ooh, the pretty 10 of Cups. So beautiful. Looks like a little park or something, you know, like a group of little birds just coexisting. A little nest. So cute. I love this one. Makes me happy. The garland up at the top. Like that. The 9 Cups. The 8. Seven. That, I'm not sure. Not sure what that is. Kind of unique. And let's see. Also reminds me a lot of like that one, huh? Very similar kind of feeling. The 6. Interesting, because we can get these trees, and then this looks like almost like a shadowy person. And the poppies down at the bottom. I love this scenery. I mean, the 5 of Cups is usually like a tragic looking kind of situation in a lot of cards. And yes, we have the 3 spilled cups and the 2 in the back, but that just makes me think of like Yosemite National Park or something. It just looks so fresh and beautiful, just like that national park. The 4. Cool, because the bird's actually looking at the cup there. I like that. The 3. A lot of these cards just in the background have so much like motion. They look very like snowy or like watery or windy, and so I like that. I like that it kind of brings the natural elements as well into like the feeling of the card. All right. I think we usually see this on like ambulance cars or like medicine type stuff. So maybe like the healing power of love. I really like that. I do think love can be very healing. There is healing power in love. I absolutely believe that. I don't think we usually see a lion at the top though in the medicine or ambulance cars. The Ace of Cups. Interesting. I'm not sure what's going on here with that bird at the top. Looks like it's nose diving. It looks like we have a sun in the back. Very interesting card here. Is that a sun too? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. I think that's the symbol for Saturn, which I wonder, I mean, I think in traditional astrology, Saturn also rules Aquarius. Oh, right, sorry about that. Speaking of elemental forces, there's like a strong wind that came through and slammed one of our doors and just kind of rattled my dog, so he got kind of up in arms about that. But okay, so where was I? I think I was talking about Saturn. I don't usually link Saturn to like the sword suit, but in kind of thinking about it a bit more, I guess it is kind of a co-ruler sometimes for Aquarius, which is an air sign. So maybe that's what we have going on here with that, which is great. I really like that. Nope, let's turn that around. All right, we have the Queen of Swords. Oh, and something kind of down here. Looks like one of those stone. Oops. Let's see if I can move it. I don't know if you can catch that, but I don't know. Looks like an underwater situation there. Oh, so many birds here. Nice. All right, this like looks like a window. You know when the rain hits your window and like it's not the wind. When the rain hits your window and it's windy and like it's like sliding across the glass, kind of makes me think of that. Very cool. All right, the Ten of Swords. Ooh, I always see the swords go through the bird there, kind of intense. It's never fun to see a hurt or like dead animal. Not a fan. I don't know who is really, but it's always sad. The Nine of Swords. I like how that blindfold kind of makes its way. And maybe it's like the poppies, but there was that one card where the bird was like flying. There, it's kind of there again. There. But there was the one where it was like on. Anyway, let's see if I can find it. Oh, here, yes. I like how it makes appearances in different cards. Very cool. The Seven of Swords. Looks like a fish or something up there. Ooh, I like that swirly action there. Ooh, the snowiness. Oh no. Like a dead bird there. Definitely like a war type situation, huh? I like how, I guess, Edgar Allan Poe, Game of Thrones kind of feel as well. Artwork, right, with like Van Gogh, Starry Night type situation. That The Kiss painting. It's really enjoyable to look at. Oh, the bird's flying away. Oops. The Two of Swords. This is a beautiful image. I really like that. Very nice. Okay, Pentacles. The King. Oh, his food everywhere. The World. The little butterfly there. The rabbit. So much life. Nope. Looks like it's eating the pentacle there. Maybe it's one of those horses with like the fluffy, like hairy kind of feet. Fancy horse. The garland. Oh, and the little yellow bird. It's like it's copying the crow. Cute. I like that window. That window makes me think of what I associate with the Five of Pentacles, right when you're standing outside that like church type building. It's pretty. The butterfly is back. And the dog. Maybe a wolf or a husky, I don't know. Looks like some mountains up there almost, huh? Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. I almost see like a dagger back there. I don't know if that comes, like the handle. Bit of an obscured blade there. Again, sometimes, it's just fun. The Seven of Pentacles. I like that nest there. Kind of an interesting shape down here. And there again. Okay. The Six of Pentacles. All right. The Scales. I guess it's maybe giving his buddies down there some fish. The Five of Pentacles. I love the swirling down here, so pretty. And they're looking for food. And then the Four. Looks like a horse here. In that background. The city there. Okay. The Three of Pentacles, that little triangle shape. A little crown on that one. One of the crows is kind of more in the background there. I like how the shadow is, the light is kind of making the cards look mysterious. The Two of Pentacles. All right. And finally, the Ace. Okay, nice. Looks like a tilted building there, huh? Kind of like, meh. Okay, very nice. Yeah, this is a beautiful deck. Definitely really like the artwork. Interesting to note, the Major Arcana has this kind of like larger frame on it. And then we have more space here for the minor arcana imagery. So it kind of makes the majors stand out a little more, I think. And then let's see how these compare or like match up with the Oracle deck. Okay, so here we have the Oracle deck. Let's get that out of the box. Ooh, I love how it's like, you know, when you compare it, it's definitely zoomed in. I don't remember, let me see the guidebook for this. Okay, kind of similar to the other one. Pretty standard there. Basic information, no color images of the cards on that. And then, let's see, it might help if I give the cards a bit of a shuffle. It doesn't have to be massive. So, okay. Let's see, we got the trying to put these on the screen there. Okay. So we got the 4 and the waterproof. And then let's see here. Scavenge and the 4. Okay, cool. I like how this gives us that that key word. Sacred space. Let's see what we pull here. Temperance. I think it's great, you know. These images definitely will remind us of, let me see if I can find, like say the Lover's card would be nice because it has that same image kind of the crows on there. Sorry, I'm like making a mess over here, just like don't mind me looking through all the cards here. I just want to see if I can compare those. Yeah, here we go. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. It might also be nice to, once I kind of become more familiar with the images from the tarot deck, to maybe use the oracle as an expanded like explanation or like interpretation maybe of this card. You know, like let's say we pull that and then we want, I don't know, like we said, some clarifiers on that. Let's see, card 43, sacred space. Maybe your sacred space is your nest, your home, or maybe it's the beach or your favorite path in the woods. Sacred space may also point to an inner place, a belief you hold dear. It is a place that brings you comfort and nurtures your development. This is your sanctuary. When you receive this card, it is a call to rejuvenate your spirit. It is time to connect with the healing energy of your sacred space. Make time to connect with the space as it will help you center your energy and recharge your spirit. Okay, so it's more about the home here, and this is more maybe about a relationship. Anyway, that's a good one, huh? Trickery. This kind of makes me think of like 5 of Wands. I think it's, no, not Wands, 5 of Swords energy, maybe even 7 of Swords, because usually that's when there's like, oh, trickery afoot. But yeah, I think overall it's really fun. I really like this. You know, to kind of have both of these decks and be able to combine them will be really great. I'm going to definitely enjoy that. There's my hawk. And I think it'll be a good time, you know, just some fun looking at the pictures and trying to make connections with them. I love the artwork. There's just always so much to see there and try to, you know, make connections with. So it's just an enjoyable couple of decks here, and I'm really happy that I decided to grab this one and add it on because I think it's going to work very well with, obviously, the matching Oracle deck. So, all right, well, let me know your thoughts if you have this deck. And yeah, as always, I hope you guys are doing well. Until I see you again, have a great day.